Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, Dougie and I are getting out and exploring the back roads. So I don't know where we're going because this is completely unplanned. While Kevin's having some minor repairs, Dougie and I are just going to check out some different back roads. I don't know about you guys, but I quite like it when we're driving down the highway and there's suddenly a sign, even those brown signs, and you think, I'm going to head off down there and check it out. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So this episode is completely unplanned. So stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started on Dougie and my unplanned road trip. For joining Kevin the caravan, Dougie the dog and myself as we travel around Australia. We love sharing our travel adventures, the great silo art, the great pub meals and the great free camping and much more. Well guys, this is our unplanned journey. And we're going to start off on a road called Lachlan Valley Way, and we're starting off just off the Hume Highway. Where we end up, I don't know, but we're going to be hitting a lot of the back roads as we explore this area. Whether we turn left or turn right as we travel along, I'm not sure yet, so stay tuned and let's get started on our trip. Well guys, we're off on our big adventure. Well, it's certainly nice out here, and at this point we're on a nice tarred road, but the goal is to find the dirt, get out into the bush and really explore on our unplanned trip. Here we go guys, we found a road. So this is our first left onto our first gravel road. Let's see where this takes us. Not particularly a wide road, but we'll see where we end up. What I always like about being on back roads is the interesting kind of mailboxes people have. Everything from refrigerators through to microwaves, and then some of them go really fancy and they turn it into tractors and whatnot else, and get very decorative. You can tell guys that it's been raining here. We've got a bit of a puddle we're going to go past. I just don't take it nice and slow, I don't want to get bogged. Last thing I need is to get bogged on a back road. Alright guys, so we found our first back road on our unplanned journey, and I decided that I'm going to do some of this as driving, where I'm going to just have it in the car, and other parts of this where we're going to get Dougie out of the car and just have a little walk up the road and see what we can see. So back up the road. So it is so peaceful out here. I will put up here in the notes the name of the road that we're on, because I can't remember, but it's a stock route. And stock routes were very common back in the 1800s as a way to transport cattle and sheep around with the horses and the drovers. They do have special events around that in different towns all over Australia. But we're going to head back to the car shortly and head on and see where this road actually takes it. It's really nice out here. We'll see where we go from this road. Down through all the trees and seeing all the hollows, all the birdies flying past in all different directions. We're heading down. There's a duck. Well, out here guys, I have no idea where this road's going to go, but it's just nice out here around the bend. Some more ducks. There you can hear Dougie puffing a pandy in the back of the car, so we might get him out for a walk soon. Walk. Dougie has a walk. He does. He's having a walk, little boy. Been a fire through here at some point in time, but everything's starting to recover. Obviously it was just a basic grass fire, nothing major, but still it can be a problem. But it looks like all the trees are recovering nicely from it. Oh, there's a kookaburra up there in the tree. You know, it's when you get out and you walk these back roads that you really start to appreciate the Australian bush. All the birds, all nature. And it's not just, you know, national parks. You know, just these dirt roads. The dirt road to nowhere, or the dirt road to somewhere. At the moment we have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to turn Dougie around and we're going to head back up to the car shortly. Rogerson Lane. I don't think we'll turn down that. Keep going straight along here. Guys, so I'm pulling up here because I want to check this out. So I can show you guys this really cool old silo on the side of the road. So guys, how cool is this? And I'm definitely going to take a photo of this. I might even use this as the thumbnail for this trip. It's just really cool. And the old gate. A really old grain silo. I don't think they'd use it these days, but still. And hear all the birds. I end up, turn right, got what looks like we're coming to a railway line. Well, there you go. Let's see where the railway line takes us, shall we? Oh. Well guys, we turned up the side road, took a left, and we've ended up on this dirt track, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to go anywhere other than following the railway line along. But you can see the old water tanks and we can see the old stock routes, and we're going to go across to the other side and check out the old railway station, and if we're lucky a train might be going through. The train still comes through the Galong station. As you can see, the station is no longer really used, and I'd be very surprised if the Sydney to Melbourne train actually stops. So even the stairs down to the platform here are now blocked off. Okay guys, we're going to head back to the car and continue our unplanned journey. Don't know where we're going to end up next, but we're hitting another back road. So we're following the dirt back road, and running along beside us is the railway line, so we'll see where we end up. Well, I've just pulled over here guys to have a look at this really nice spot along the road, but way over there in the distance, I don't know whether you can see it, there's a massive big old tree trunk that had obviously come down years ago, but it's just stacked up there against the other tree. But it is just beautiful out here. Slowing right down at the moment guys, because I don't know whether you can see the big skippy on the side of the road. He is huge, absolutely huge, and he's highly likely just going to come tearing out across the road on me in a minute if I'm not careful. No, he's going to go around the fence. That's a weird thing about kangaroos I always find, is the fact that they just keep going along beside you instead of just stopping and then letting us go past. Where'd he go? Over there. Cool. He's far enough away not to be a problem. Well, you know guys, that is one of the other big things about being out on these back roads, is you've just got to be so careful of all the kangaroos. So at the moment I'm driving along here at 20 k's an hour, which is a little bit silly, but It's been boggy and wet, and there's a lot of potholes on the road, and with kangaroos, potholes and everything else, I just think it's wiser to take it nice and slow. We have nowhere to be. There is no rush whatsoever to get anywhere. It's the thing about having an unplanned day where you just get in the car and drive. And just get out and experience nature and have a nice time. I have no idea where this road's going to take us or where we're going to end up, but I'm hoping that it's going to end up in a town and we can get out and check it out and have a look around. But at the moment, we're just going to keep driving slowly along this dirt road. It's getting very rugged and very corrugated, and we're about to go across the railway bridge. So it looks like we're heading into a country town, and we're just going to turn off up here and check out the railway station on the edge of town where these silos are. Well guys, how's that for really good timing? The train's going through. We're doing well with trains today, I have to say. Alright guys, so I parked the car at this old railway station where we just saw the train come through. I've got Dougie out, and we're going to go and check this out and have a sticky beak and then have a look around this town on our unplanned trip. And let's see where this takes us. The old shed, and there's the old railway station. Dougie, we've got the old railway station. It's interesting that these days that they do the tracks with the concrete. And there's Dougie down there having a sniff. So guys, after crossing along here, I've discovered we're actually at Galong. So this is the town that we've ended up in, and we'll check it out. So we're going to cross these railway lines, which I think is fairly safe. They don't look like they get used every day. And oh, Dougie's heading up the hill. I'm going to go back down the hill and find a better way up, Dougie. So Galong's actually on the main line, guys, between Sydney and Melbourne, which is why these tracks look like they're in such good nick. But it looks like the station and everything's been shut down. There's warning signs of asbestos, but this side looks like it's open, and we'll have a look around. So you can imagine 100 years ago, or yeah, probably 100 years back in the early 1900s, people sitting in here waiting to catch their train to Sydney, down to Albury, or anywhere else they wanted to go. Well guys, this is something interesting. So Galong, as we were coming in here on the back road where we didn't know where we were going, it turns out that there was an extension from here, so a branch line that used to go from here to Backroads. And that's what we went across, where the line didn't exist anymore. So I thought, well, as we don't have any plans for this trip, let's see if we can figure out where that old line went and see what we can find as we continue. But before we do that, we're going to head into the main part of Galong and actually check out the town. I don't think I've been here before. So I was just having a quick Google on the extension line from Galong to Backroads. It was interesting because it resulted in Backroads actually changing its name. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we're heading into the main part of Galong now. Oh, it looks like they've got a pub. Maybe it's open for a country lunch. But there's a park up here, and we're going to get Dougie out for a look. In this tiny town, I was not expecting to see a caravan coming up the road, but there you go. So welcome to Galong in New South Wales. Now it's a fascinating little town. In the 1920s it was absolutely booming with lots of interesting stuff going on. It was a mining town, which it still is, of limestone. It's also an agricultural hub and was a railway junction hub, as we store up at the station. But the town itself has some amazing history. Banks, pubs, railway, and the Galong Castle. So there's the Memorial Hall, beautiful old building, built in 1922. I'm not 100% sure when Galong started. I'll have to look that up for you guys, but it was obviously reasonably well established by 1922, given that it's got this beautiful Memorial Hall. Well, this looks like it's someone's house now. In 1926, it was the Fair Exchange Donnelly's Buildings. Well, there you go. Oh, also looks like you can catch a bus from here. Bus services. Well, I think the Galong Cafe is long gone now, guys. The thing about when you get out in the country towns is you start to see phone boxes again. Right, so this is Bush's garage, or Luke's garage, and it looks like it's actually open and operating. So there you go. Morning. I was talking to the people from the actual garage, and they were telling me about the fact that the town started to grow when the railway came into the town, but it actually moved further up the street. So we're going to wander up the street and check it out. That one's 1927, so it was all around the 1920s when the rail line came in. Look at this beautiful one. What do we have here? I'll have to go across the road to check this one out, but even the window looks lovely. I reckon that would have been a haberdashery store in its day, selling clothes and other bits and pieces. And it should be roughly where our railway line to come out. We'll go and have a look in a second. Actually see, so that haberdashery store was open in 1921. So the whole town was booming in the 1920s, the roaring 20s. But we've been following this stock route, and you can see that that sign confirms that we're still on the stock route. But we're going to follow this down. I want to check out that park. And there's Dougie. And over there, you can see the bikes there, and that's where our railway line goes. So let's head over and check out where our railway line is now. Right, so as we have it, that's the railway bridge down there. I'm not going to cross it. You can see, guys, way over there in the distance is where the other line goes through, and you can see that that's the track going around that way. So, and I can hear the frogs down there in the creek, but we are going to turn around and head back that way, guys, because we can follow the rail line literally along the side of the road, rather than following it along. Where these bikes are is where the railway line goes the other way, across that little wooden creek. You can see the old rail sign there. I'm starting to learn about all these bikes on the side of the road. They're all painted yellow. They're about getting a rail trail, so we cycle along the old railway lines. And I think, so far from what I found of this track, it would be a nice one, even if it only went around the town. I better look at that sign. There's Dougie down there. He's very excited to get over that side, as you can imagine. But we're going to follow this up a little bit, and we're going to head back up to the park for a bit of morning tea. But I want to go and check out those buildings over there before we head back up for morning tea. This rail trail, not the rail trail, the original rail line, correcting myself, and the idea started back in 1888. and there was a lot of push for it, and then the state government didn't have the money for it, and it got put on the back burner. I'm sure that sounds familiar to you even today, and it ended up coming through way over budget for what it was. But it is a shame, because you know, in reality, if these were all resurrected as I'm going to call them light rails, they would connect a lot of our small communities together to bigger hubs for people to be able to get to medical appointments and all sorts of different things. But it's still interesting. Mind you, I wonder, given that this is a park, whether or not the rail line was a safe thing. I haven't looked up whether there had been any accidents with kids running across rail lines with the train coming, or how often the train timetable goes. So I'll have to look that up, and I'll include that in the video. What remains of the old wooden sleepers, just under there. And just down there is the old Galong Hotel. Not the Royal I showed you earlier in the video up in the main part of town. But as I mentioned before, the gentleman had said to me from the garage that they moved the main street. And the old pub is down the bottom there. But we're going through where the rail lines go now. I think I'm going to have to drive around from here, guys, because I'm not sure where this is going to go. So we're heading back up. Oh, that's so cute. There's a little Christmassy meerkat in somebody's garden. Which I actually wonder whether that was the old post office or what that was there. We're going to head back up this way. Now, there used to be a butcher shop too, which is right at the top of the street here, as well as a lot of other shops. I don't know how far back they date, but it's a long way, I reckon. Well, we're going to head around the corner here, so there's public toilets into High Street, and there's a park at the back, and we're going to head off from here. We might stick our nose in there and have a look. I've got a spare couple of books in the car. Yeah, I know. Pulled them out the caravan. Quite a wide selection of books in here, and this is a good use of an old fridge. It really is. Luggy guys, so we're back up at the park and we're having some morning tea. I'm just making morning tea in the park here. Well guys, I've got my cuppa, got a muesli bar for some morning tea, and we're back up the hill now from where the railway extension was, in the park that's behind the town hall, the community hall. And it's a lovely little park behind here, and it's been great. But this video is starting to get a little bit long, guys, so I've decided that our unplanned video is going to have to be in 2 parts. So I hope you've enjoyed this part, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the history of Galong, the history of the rail, and figure out where it goes, because I still have no clue where that rail line goes or which next back road we're going to take. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned next week as we continue our unplanned trip, and I'll be showing you more of the trip that I haven't had yet. I have no idea where we're going, but we're now going to see if I can find that rail line, because it's long been deregistered. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you to all my subscribers. Bye guys.